Every man wants to be strong, but very few understand what true strength actually means. In our modern world, strength is often confused with aggression, dominance, or material power. But the Stoics, ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, taught something radically different. They believed that true strength is quiet. It's not about control over others. It's about mastery over yourself. A strong man is not the one who never feels pain, but the one who feels it and still chooses to move forward. We live in a world that celebrates noise, opinions, emotions, chaos, and forgets the power of stillness. A weak man shouts. A strong man listens. A weak man reacts. A strong man reflects. A weak man blames. A strong man takes responsibility. But here's the truth. Weakness is not permanent. It's a stage, a mirror showing you what needs to change. The fact that you're watching this right now means strength is already awakening inside you. So, as we go through these 8 powerful signs that reveal weakness in a man, listen not to judge yourself, but to recognize where growth begins. If you're ready to evolve, if you want to learn how to think like a Stoic and live with calm strength, then subscribe to this channel now, because what you'll learn here will shape not just how you live, but who you become. 1. You let emotions control you. A man who cannot control his emotions will always be controlled by them. He becomes a prisoner of his anger, his fear, his sadness, and in every decision, emotion sits in the driver's seat. Think about it. How many times have you said or done something in anger that you later regretted? How many opportunities have you missed because fear whispered, "Don't try"? This is where weakness begins. Not in your muscles, but in your mind. The Stoics taught that emotions are not enemies. They're messengers. When you feel anger, it's not telling you to destroy, it's signaling something within needs understanding. When you feel fear, it's not saying, "Run," it's saying, "Prepare." But the weak man never listens. He reacts without reflection. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. When a man learns to pause before reacting, he becomes powerful. Imagine someone insults you in public. A weak man explodes, shouting, defending his pride. But a strong man smiles, walks away, and keeps his peace intact. He understands that his reaction gives power to the other. By choosing calm, he wins a silent victory. Emotional control doesn't mean you don't feel. It means you feel deeply, but you don't let those feelings steer your actions. It's the discipline of the soul, and it takes daily practice. You become emotionally strong when you start responding instead of reacting. When your mind becomes still even when your world shakes, that's when you rise above average men. So next time you feel anger boiling inside, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, what would a Stoic do right now? That moment of awareness separates the weak from the wise. If you want more of this kind of mindset training, lessons that teach you calm, emotional intelligence, and self-mastery, subscribe now. This channel is built for men who want to conquer themselves first, before conquering the world. 2. You seek validation from others. A weak man needs constant approval. He measures his worth by how many people like him, how many compliments he receives, or how many followers he has. He's like a leaf blown by the wind, moving wherever opinions take him. But the Stoic man walks his own path, even when the world misunderstands him. Because he knows who he is, and that knowledge cannot be shaken by noise. Seneca once said, "He who is brave is free." And freedom begins when you no longer need others to confirm your value. The weak man posts his success online for attention. The strong man builds in silence. The weak man needs validation from women, friends, or strangers. The strong man validates himself by living with purpose and integrity. Ask yourself, why do you crave validation? Because you've forgotten that the only approval that truly matters is the one from your own conscience. Imagine standing in a crowd where everyone has an opinion about you. Some admire you, others criticize you. The Stoic stands still in that storm. He smiles and thinks, their opinions are theirs. My peace is mine. That's real strength. Detachment from external validation. You no longer live to please, but to fulfill your values. And when you stop chasing approval, you attract respect. People trust men who don't beg for attention, because their confidence speaks louder than their words. Validation seeking is a subtle form of weakness. It looks harmless, but it drains your energy, your focus, and your authenticity. When you live for others' opinions, you forget who you are. When you live for your purpose, you become unshakable. So stop asking, what will they think? Start asking, what will I think of myself if I don't do this? That's how strong men are built, from the inside out. If you're ready to build that inner strength, subscribe to this channel. Here, we don't chase validation, we build self-respect. 3. You avoid responsibility. A weak man avoids responsibility because responsibility reveals truth. He blames his parents for his childhood, his boss for his failures, and the system for his situation. He thinks accountability is punishment, when in reality, it's power. The moment you take responsibility for your life, you reclaim your strength. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond to it. That's the heart of Stoicism. Control of self, not the world. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be won." When you own your mistakes, your path becomes clear. But when you run from them, your life becomes a maze of excuses. Weak men fear failure because they think it defines them. Strong men embrace failure because they know it refines them. Responsibility means saying, I did this, and I will make it right. It's choosing action over excuse, progress over pity. Think of the men you respect most. They're not the ones who never fell, they're the ones who rose every single time. Weakness hides behind blame. Strength stands in ownership. So the next time you catch yourself saying, "It's not my fault," stop and ask, what part of this can I control? Because taking responsibility doesn't make you guilty, it makes you powerful. If you're tired of feeling stuck, start owning your life. And if you want to learn how Stoicism turns accountability into freedom, subscribe now, because the men who grow here don't wait for change, they become it. 4. You fear being alone. A weak man runs from solitude because silence exposes his truth. He fills his life with distractions. Endless scrolling, meaningless conversations, temporary pleasure, just to avoid facing himself. But the Stoics taught that solitude is sacred. It's not loneliness, it's the laboratory of the mind. It's where clarity is born, where purpose sharpens, and where strength is built. Seneca said, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." But he also taught that solitude improves you the most, because it's where you confront your flaws without flattery. The weak man can't stand to be alone because he doesn't like the person he meets in the mirror. The strong man loves solitude because it's where he becomes better. When you're always surrounded by noise, you lose your inner voice. When you withdraw, you rediscover it. Marcus Aurelius spent countless nights in solitude, journaling his thoughts, not for the world to see, but for his soul to understand. He knew that leadership and peace both come from stillness. Don't fear being alone. Use it to rebuild yourself. Use it to reflect on your purpose, your flaws, and your goals. Weak men chase company. Strong men build character. When you learn to be comfortable alone, you become unbreakable, because peace no longer depends on anyone else. If you want to master the art of self-control and calm, subscribe to this channel. Together, we'll turn solitude into strength. 5. You complain more than you act. Weak men complain because it's easier than changing. They point fingers, criticize others, and blame fate, all while standing still. But every complaint is energy wasted. Every action is energy transformed. The Stoics believed that complaining is rejecting reality, and reality doesn't care about your feelings. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." That means stop talking about change and start becoming it. A weak man wakes up and says, "Why is life so unfair?" A strong man wakes up and says, "How can I adapt?" Stoicism teaches that life is not about what happens to you, it's about what you do with what happens. When you complain, you surrender control. When you act, you take it back. Every challenge is a test. The universe asks, will you complain, or will you grow? The strong man uses hardship as a teacher. He turns setbacks into strategy, pain into purpose. He knows that complaining changes nothing, but discipline changes everything. If you want progress, replace "why me" with "what now?" That question alone separates men who grow from men who remain bitter. So stop complaining. Start acting. Because your life won't change by talking. It'll change when you take responsibility. And if you want to join a tribe of men who act instead of complain, subscribe now. This channel is for those who are ready to move, not moan. 6. You let fear decide your future. Fear is the silent killer of greatness. It whispers lies, telling you to stay safe, stay small, stay invisible. But Stoicism teaches that fear only has the power you give it. Seneca said, We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Most fears are ghosts, illusions that never become real. Yet, the weak man treats them like truth. He avoids opportunities, stays in toxic comfort, and watches life pass by, but the strong man faces fear head-on. He knows fear is not a wall, it's a door. Behind it lies growth, courage, and freedom. Think of every great man in history. They all felt fear. What made them great wasn't fearlessness, but action despite fear. Weakness says, "What if I fail?" Strength says, "What if I learn?" Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the mastery of it. When you act in spite of fear, fear loses its grip. Epictetus taught that you should only fear what you can control, your own dishonor, your own weakness, not external things. So stop waiting for courage to appear before you act. Act first, and courage will follow. If you've ever felt stuck because of fear, remember, life rewards the bold, not the comfortable. Take the first step. And if you want to learn how Stoic courage can reshape your mindset, subscribe now. This is where bravery is born. 7. You lack discipline. Weakness thrives where discipline dies. A man without discipline is a man without direction, drifting between impulses, distractions, and wasted time. The Stoics believed discipline was the foundation of all virtues. Marcus Aurelius lived by routine, reflection, and restraint. He didn't let his emotions dictate his day. He let principles guide it. Discipline means doing what's right even when it's not easy. It's waking up when you don't feel like it. It's keeping your word, even when no one is watching. It's choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. Weak men give up when it hurts. Strong men grow when it hurts. Every time you skip a promise you made to yourself, you weaken your integrity. But every time you keep it, your confidence grows. Seneca said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. For he is not permitted to prove himself." Discipline is how you prove yourself to yourself. Without it, dreams remain dreams. With it, even the impossible becomes inevitable. If you want to be respected, start by respecting your own word. If you want to be free, discipline yourself first. Because the man who masters his habits masters his destiny. For daily Stoic motivation and lessons on discipline, self-control, and consistency, subscribe now. This is where strength is forged. 8. You have no purpose. The greatest weakness of all is living without purpose. A man without direction drifts from job to job, from relationship to relationship, never fulfilled, never grounded. He wakes up each day, but doesn't know why. He breathes, but doesn't truly live. Stoicism teaches that purpose gives meaning to pain and direction to effort. Without it, even success feels empty. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A man's worth is no greater than his ambitions." Weak men chase pleasure, strong men chase purpose. Purpose is not found in comfort, it's discovered in struggle. It's built when you ask yourself, what do I stand for? What impact will I leave behind? When you find your purpose, everything aligns, your habits, your mindset, your discipline. You stop chasing distractions because you're busy building destiny. Weakness fades when vision appears. A man who knows his why can endure any how. If you feel lost, don't despair. Purpose isn't found overnight. It's discovered through reflection, solitude, and honest living. Seek silence. Listen to your heart. And when your mission becomes clear, commit to it fully. Because the world doesn't need more men. It needs more men with purpose. And if you're ready to live with meaning, subscribe to this channel. Your transformation starts here. Conclusion: true strength isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. It's about recognizing your weaknesses, owning them, and rising above them. Every man can become strong, but only if he chooses to face himself. You can't grow if you hide. You can't lead if you avoid responsibility. And you can't live fully if you let fear or laziness win. The Stoics didn't teach empty philosophy. They taught power through peace, action through awareness, and strength through self-control. So, if you saw yourself in any of these 8 signs, don't feel defeated. Feel awakened, because recognition is the first step toward transformation. Now it's your time. Control your emotions. Stop seeking validation. Take responsibility. Embrace solitude. Act instead of complain. Face your fears. Master discipline. And above all, live with purpose. This is what it means to be a Stoic man. This is what it means to be truly strong. If this message resonated with you, don't just leave. Subscribe right now. Because this channel will be your daily reminder to rise, to reflect, and to rebuild. Strength isn't found in the world. It's forged within you. And today, that strength has begun to awaken.